All right, let's dive right in. Today, our mission is to decode the fuel that powers our lives. And don't worry, we're skipping the boring textbooks. We're going to break down the science of nutrition in a way that's fast, fun, and something you can actually use.
You know, everything we're about to talk about really comes back to this one single question. What does it actually take to fuel a human body? Let's figure it out together.
Here's your mission, if you choose to accept it. Earn your official Junior Nutritionist badge. Yeah, that's right. By the time we're done here, you are going to have a handle on the core building blocks of food. So you ready? Our first lesson starts right now.
Let's meet the heavy lifters of the nutrition world, the macronutrients. I want you to think of these as the big three, the nutrients that provide pretty much all the energy that gets you out of bed and through your entire day.
Okay, so let's think of protein as your body's personal construction crew. It's made of these smaller things called amino acids, and its number one job is to build and repair, well, everything. We're talking muscles, hair, you name it. It is absolutely essential for keeping your body in working order.
Where do we find these little builders? Well, you can get them from animal sources like chicken breast, fish, and dairy. And for a really great plant-based option, you've got soybeans, which give us tofu. And what's cool about soy is that it's a complete protein, which means it has all the essential parts our body can't make on its own.
If protein is the builder, then carbohydrates, they're the fuel. This is the gas in your tank. It's what provides the immediate energy for, well, just about everything you do. But, and this is a big but, not all carbs work the same way.
It gets really interesting. You've got two kinds of carbs, simple and complex. Simple carbs, like the sugar in gummy bears, hit you with a super fast burst of energy. Great if you need to sprint. But complex carbs, like the starches in a potato, are different. They break down slowly, giving you this steady, sustained release of energy. Think marathon, not sprint.
And our final macronutrient is fat, which scientists call lipids. Think of these as your body's backup generator, or its reserve fuel tank. When that quick energy from carbs runs out, your body turns to fat for that long-term power. And they have a side hustle too. They act as insulation to help keep you warm.
This chart just says it all. I mean, look at this. It shows why fat is such an amazing energy reserve. Per gram, fat packs more than double the calories. And a calorie is just a unit of energy compared to protein and carbs. That makes it incredibly energy dense.
Okay, so we've covered the big guys, the heavy lifters, but now it is time for the mighty micronutrients. And as you're about to see, they might be small, but they are absolutely critical.
You know, here's the main thing to get about micronutrients. You don't need a lot of them, quantity-wise, but you absolutely cannot live without them. They're kind of like the tiny little spark plugs and bolts that keep your body's entire engine running perfectly.
So what's the difference between them? It's actually pretty simple when you break it down. Vitamins are organic, which just means they're made by living things like plants and animals. Minerals, on the other hand, are inorganic. They come from the earth, soil and water. Vitamins tend to be helpers for chemical reactions, while minerals are more like raw building materials.
Let's look at two perfect examples here. You've got iron. Iron is the crucial mineral that lets your red blood cells grab onto oxygen and carry it all around your body. And calcium? Well, that's the main building block that makes your bones and teeth strong and solid. Super important.
All right, moving on to our final group of nutrients. I like to call these the body's unsung heroes. Seriously, these two get overlooked all the time, but they are just as important as everything else we've talked about.
Let this number sink in for a second. Up to 70% of your entire body is made of water. It's not just something you drink to stay hydrated. In a very real way, it's what you are.
And water is a master multitasker. It's not just sitting around. It helps regulate your body temperature when you sweat. It's the liquid where countless chemical reactions take place. And it's the delivery system that transports all those other nutrients exactly where they need to go.
You've got fiber. I love this analogy for it. It's the cleanup crew for your digestive system. See, your body can't actually digest it, so it moves through your system, kind of scrubbing things out and keeping everything moving along, right on schedule.
It is time to the final exam in our little crash course. We've learned what all these nutrients are supposed to do, but what happens when you don't get enough? Let's talk about deficiencies.
Let's start with a really famous one. For centuries, sailors on these long voyages would get this mysterious illness. It was because they weren't getting enough fresh fruits and vegetables, which means they weren't getting enough vitamin C. So what do we call that illness?
That's right. The answer is scurvy. It's a pretty well-known disease, but do you actually know what's happening inside the body when someone has it? So here's what's going on. Your body needs vitamin C to produce something called collagen.
and collagen is basically the glue that holds all of your tissues together. When you don't have enough vitamin C, that glue gets weak, and things literally start to fall apart. That's why the symptoms are things like bleeding gums and wounds that just won't heal.
Okay, one more for you. We learned that iron's big job is to help carry oxygen in your blood. So what do you think happens when you don't have enough iron to do that job properly?
That condition is called anemia, and it's exactly why people with an iron deficiency often feel so tired and out of breath. Their body is literally starving for oxygen.
This is just the perfect way to see how it all comes together. Let's break down a simple hamburger, and we can see our entire lesson right here on one plate. The beef patty, that's giving you protein and iron. The bun, you're getting those complex carbs for sustained energy. The cheese has calcium for your bones. And the lettuce and tomato, they're bringing in essential vitamins and water. See? It's a total team effort.
And you did it! You've mastered the building blocks. You understand the difference between macros and micros, and you know what happens when things go wrong. So from me to you, congratulations. You have officially earned your Junior Nutritionist badge.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. You now have this awesome foundation of knowledge. The real question is, what are you going to do with it? What's one small change you might make to your very next meal? Because really, that's where the mission truly begins.